My name is Irfan Maulana, and today I would like to presenting you my presentation about pollution. The list of discussion today, I would like to discuss about the definition of pollution, history of the pollution, the causes of the pollution, types of pollution, effects of pollution, prevention and countermeasures, pollution and pollution future threat. Let's start with the first discussion, definition of the pollution. Alright. Pollution, also called environmental pollution, is the addition of any substance such as solid, liquid, or gas, or any form of energy such as heat, sound, or radioactivity to the environment at a rate faster than it can be dispersed, diluted, decomposed, recycled, or stored in some harmless form. On the other hand, pollution is the presence of material or substance that enters the environment, causing the environment to not function properly. On the other hand, pollution can damage the environment, so it's fatal and dangerous. On the other hand, the other definition is pollution is a change in environmental conditions which is detrimental to many parties caused by the results of human activities in whole or in part through direct or indirect influence. So that is the definition of pollution. Let's go to the next slide about history of the pollution. To now, pollution has been exist from million years ago, but this pollution is caused by natural pollution such as like forest fires and volcanoes eruptions in Jurassic era. The natural pollutions, although environmental pollution, can be caused by natural events such as forest fires and active volcanoes. Like I said before, use of the word pollution generally implies that the contaminants have an anthropogenic source. In ancient era, the pollution has been accompanied humankind from many long years ago. In the ancient era, humans are already make the first trace that make land pollution, such as shale mounds and rubble heaps. And the next is in 17th century. In the beginning of 17th century, humankind invents many things, and the developments of technology are growth faster. Like the use of coal causes land and air pollution because the emissions of the train, the exhaust of the train is making a smoke that appear from its exhaust, and it causes the air pollution. On the other hand, the coal mining contribute many damage to the land that cause land pollution, because mining also use explosions that very dangerous and can change the shape of the land. And now the modern pollution. In modern pollution era, or we can also call it the global pollutants, causes by many things, and mostly 80% of the causes is because human activities such as industrialization, waste, stress, even human waste, and many things. Next slide. The causes of pollutions is many things can cause pollutions, but mostly 80% of activities, human activities, can make pollution causes, such as combustion, mining, construction, and the power plant. Combustion. Why combustion can cause pollution? Because combustion is the scientific word for burning. If we're burning something, such as a garbage, trash, or anything, we can make air pollution because the emission from the something that burning. Combustion is in combustion reaction, a substance reacts with oxygen from the air and transfers energy to the surroundings as light and heat. This process causes air pollution. Example like burning garbage, industrial activities, and vehicle emissions. Going to the next slide. Mining. Like I said before, mining is the most contribute pollution source in the world, because mining is an activity that can make many damage to the land, because in process of mining sometimes using explosions for make soil become easier to dig. On the other hand, that process can change the shape of the land. Example like coal mine, gold mine, and many kind of land mine. And the other hand is construction. Why construction can make pollution? Construction is the process of constructing a building or infrastructure. The process of construction can cause air pollution because of the dust and emissions from construction vehicles such as excavator and crane. The noise from construction can cause noise pollution because the noisy construction from the machines. Okay, as you can see, the dust that causes by the excavator and this grill is very noisy. I believe that can cause noise pollution. Power plant. Power plant is the biggest contributor of air pollution and even worse. Why? Because, for example, coal power plant and nuclear power plant, the emissions from the machine and generators is contain many chemical substance that is very dangerous for people who live nearby the power plant. The smoke can appear to the air and contaminate many things, even animals, plants, and causes damage in many things. The types of pollution. The types of pollution is divided into two different types. There are general pollutions and specific pollution. What is general pollution? General pollution is a pollution in general, such as water pollution, land pollution, and air pollution. 2. Specific pollution. What is specific pollution? Specific pollution is a pollution that explains more specific, such as noise pollution, light pollution, and plastic pollution. We will discuss it more further in next slide. Water pollution. What is water pollution? The release of substance into subsurface groundwater or into lakes, streams, rivers, estuaries, and oceans to the point where the substance interfere with beneficial use of the water or with the natural functioning of ecosystems. In addition to the release of substances such as chemicals or microorganisms, water pollution may also include the release of energy in the form of radioactivity or heat into bodies of water. Water bodies can be polluted by a wide variety of substances, including pathogenic microorganisms, putrescible organic waste, plant nutrients, toxic chemicals, sediments, heat, petroleum or oil, and radioactive substances. In conclusion, water pollution is caused mostly by industrial waste and trash. Land pollution. What is land pollution? Land pollution, or the deposition of solid or liquid waste materials on land or underground in a manner that can contaminate the soil and groundwater, threaten public health, and cause unsightly conditions and nuisances. Like I said before, land pollution, for example, like coal mine and burning garbage, combustion, anything that can damage the land, that can call land pollution. Air pollution. What is air pollution? Release into the atmosphere of various gases, finely divided solids, or finely dispersed liquid aerosols at rates that exceed the natural capacity of the environment to dissipate and dilute or absorb them. These substances may reach concentrations in the air that cause undesirable health, economic, or aesthetic effects. Many things can damage air, and many things can cause air pollution. Industrialization, transportation emission, many things can might damage to air pollution that very dangerous for our atmosphere, because according to the research, and the researchers say that our ozone is become damaged, then the ultraviolet of the sun can absorb to the earth, and that causing many health problems such as skin cancer and anything. Specific pollution. Noise pollution. What is noise pollution? Unwanted or excessive sound that can have deleterious effects on human health and environmental quality. Noise pollution is commonly generated inside many industrial facilities and some other workplaces, but it also comes from highway, railway, and airplane traffic, and from outdoor construction activities. So, noise pollution is something that noisy that can make disturbing our society, our ears, our comfortable life. Perhaps anything that noisy can be called as noise pollution. Light pollution. What is light pollution? Light pollution is unwanted or excessive artificial light, like noise pollution. Light pollution is a form of waste energy that can cause adverse effects and degrade environmental quality. Moreover, because light transmitted as electromagnetic waves is typically generated by electricity, which itself is usually generated by the combustion of fossil fuels. It can be said that there is a connection between light pollution and air pollution from fossil fuel power plant emissions. Going to the next slide. Specific pollution, plastic pollution. This is the very general pollution in the world. We can find and found plastic everywhere and anywhere, even in remote area. Plastic pollution, accumulation in the environment of synthetic plastic products to the point where they create problems for wildlife and their habitats as well as for human populations in 1907. In 1907, the invention of backlight brought about a revolution in materials by introducing truly synthetic plastic resins into world commerce. By the end of the 20th century, however, plastics were found to be persistent polluters of many environmental niches, from Mount Everest to the bottom of the sea. Whether being mistaken for food by animals, flooding low-lying areas by clogging drainage systems, or simply causing significant aesthetic block. Alright, that is my presentation. In conclusion, pollution is very, very dangerous for our life, that can cause many damage, even for ourselves, animals, and plants, environmental, and many things. So we have to prevent this pandemic. Today, the pollution is affect many things, even causes virus spreading. Like today, the coronavirus pandemic is caused by pollution. The bats eating many chemical fruits or eating many chemical things that can cause disease in their body. Then the cases in China, Wuhan, many Wuhan people eat bad soups or many kind of foods made by bad meats. That meat is contaminated by coronavirus, that causing the health problem today. So any kind of pollution is dangerous, and we have to prevent it. Thank you. That's my presentation. Thank you for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.